Good morning, beautiful people. Bradford from Beacon here, and I wanted to talk through because a lot of us are doing our W-4 filings, and I kind of want to talk through what that means because it's part of a tax return that we normally just don't see or feel, particularly when fully employed. So basically, I have the W-4. You can't see it because I'm working on the tax return, but there's only one thing that the W-4 actually affects, and it is this little payment line right here, the amount of payments. So if you have a salary, you're single, 100,000, no other sources of income, and this is using 2024. The tax will actually be a little bit less for 2025, but the forms are not ready yet. So thus, I'm just using this. The idea holds true. But if this is zero, 22,178 is owed, and we're going to pay attention to that number because if I go here to my W-4. And that outcome would happen if this box was checked. Now, keep in mind, you're doing this under perjury. So I'm not telling you to do this, but that is an option that you have on the form W-4. Because what we often notice is if we actually have the exact, let's say, what's a good number? Let's say 25,000 was withheld from our paycheck. Every other fact pattern being the same. That 22,178 didn't change. We just walked away with less cash throughout the year. Thus, we're getting a refund. That is not an eligibility to claim zero on a W-4. And in fact, if you did, you would run into that scenario that we just had. You would owe that 22,000 at the end of the year. So the tax return is like a reconciliation. You have certain amounts that are withheld from your paychecks. Employer doesn't know what your tax situation is, and this is very cookie cutter. Typically, we have more income streams, whether it's interest, capital gains, dividends, whatever it may be, business income. So the employer, or other jobs even, employers don't know exactly what this tax amount is going to be, what this line 24 is going to be. So what the W-4 attempts to do is basically guesstimate how much to withhold here based on all of your other facts, so to speak, to get this to a number that, well, the government really wants to have your money and they want things to work out kind of, in a place where you don't owe a lot or they owe you. And that's really what this is designed to do by choosing your filing status. If you click this, more money is going to be withheld from your paycheck than these two. If you click this, nothing is going to be withheld from your paycheck. But this is income, other income. There's another two-job reconciliation. You'll see here, and I talked about this before, every taxpayer gets $15,000 roughly of their income tax-free. And when you work multiple jobs, they both assume that you are only working with them exclusively unless it's otherwise reported on that W-4. So you actually pay 0% or have withheld 0% twice or three times. So you typically, a lot of people will end up owing because of that. That freebie gets duplicated, but in reality, it's only one freebie. So this is just designed to give you a big picture breakdown of what's going on. You don't actually get necessarily ahead by withholding less on your W-4. And a lot of it comes down to, would you rather, one, what is the truth, but also would you rather owe at the end of the year or be owed? Hope this helps, and until next time.